guys, I'm here from the Gratitude Butterfly, just swinging to talk to you guys about the law of attraction today. So I was trying to write an article about this, but it's just really hard to put into written words exactly what I really wanted to get across about the law of attraction. So some of you guys may practice the law of attraction in your life, others may be a bit skeptical about it. Either way, totally fine. I've been practicing the law of attraction and using it as a tool in my life since I was about 14, since my dad brought The Secret home and we all watched it. My first impressions was actually more like a Disney movie kind of thing. I thought if I, really thought positively about something, then it would pretty much, my dreams would come true. So I actually was thinking when I was younger, I was like, okay, if I put my mind to it, one of my favourite people in the world was currently going through dementia and Alzheimer's, and this is my grandmother. And I thought if I thought hard enough and really positively and sort of changed my thinking around this, that it would just go away and she would be back to normal. Obviously that didn't happen, unfortunately, and so I just kind of threw the law of attraction to the side. It was like, okay, whatever, this doesn't work, as you would as a 14-year-old. And yeah, but since then I've sort of rediscovered how to use it. And I think a big thing that I wanted to get across is people maybe watch The Secret or hear these amazing stories about the law of attraction, and they're like, okay, I'm going to give this a go. And, they do everything right, and it doesn't work. And that's what I'm here to talk about is, from my personal experience, I find it does work. And a big lesson I had to learn in that was starting small and starting with things that I personally believe would be able to attract in my life. Because that's kind of something that doesn't really get put across a lot, is that our personal beliefs can conflict and not match with what we're trying to bring into our lives. So if we are wanting, just say, a lot of people think, okay, I want, $5 million, which would be nice. And then they think, okay, they do everything about it. They maybe make the vision board, they visualize, they do all this stuff, they think about it positively, they try to send good energy, bring it in. But what they're not counting on is maybe something they were brought up with, some beliefs they have that are going to be contradicting that this $5 million is just going to fall into their life. Ease and grace. And a big thing like that can happen. So just say that is you want this $5 million, you're doing everything right, but in the back of your mind, subconsciously, it's working against you. So your belief maybe growing up was, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to work really hard for money, or no one ever wins the lottery, or all these kind of like negative thoughts, or thoughts even towards money that might be like, oh, these stupid bills, or people are always out to get me, or money is just really hard and doesn't come into my life. But then at the same time you're like, yes, all right, $5 million. Like, where you at? So they don't work. It's like literally you're listening to the FM radio and you're trying to get AM. They're not going to hit each other. They're just not on the same wavelength at all. They're just going to be like, ooh. So, yeah, that's what I just wanted to get across today, that sometimes our personal thoughts conflict with what we're trying to bring into our lives. And this doesn't have to just to be with money. It can be with love. It can be with a new job. It can just be with health. It can be sort of anything. Our personal thoughts can affect, obviously, what's coming in, and that definitely affects the law of attraction in terms of, it's the law of attraction. It's not the law of attracting good things. It can be bad things that you're attracting because your energy is then matching that energy too. So you may be wanting that $5 million, except your energy is at a low energy surround. You have negative thoughts around money, and you're not very happy with money. And that's nothing against you personally. We all have these kind of issues. It doesn't have to be in money. It can be love, it can be health, it can be all those kind of things across the board. And so trying to find a way to then help clear those energies to then be able to bring in what you want. So those kind of things is really important. So if you are working with the law of attraction, I personally found starting with little things is better. I didn't go for the 5 million. I mean, that is definitely still not turned up. And nothing I've noticed anyway. But still hoping. So what I started to do was work little, and I can't even remember where I found this, who told me this, or if I read it, or if I just kind of thought of it myself, which would be nice. So I thought, okay, universe, let's work this out. Universe, I said I would like a lip gloss, as you do. when you were 15. And I didn't really put anything else into it. I didn't put any negative thoughts, and put any ridiculous positive thoughts in it. I just kind of put it out to the universe with some trust, kind of left it there. And then 2 days later, my mum came home and was like, "Oh, Em, help me with the shopping." Helped her bring the shopping. She's like, "Oh, by the way, I bought you a lip gloss. Just, saw it, thought you might like it." And I was like, "Whoa, lip gloss? That's cool." And I was like, "Oh, I wonder if that was the law of attraction, or was that just a coincidence?" So then I tried again with the other little things, not always lip gloss, but just little things, and I could see them working, and then I could see how it was working. I wasn't sort of keeping it at a neutral energy to then bring these small things, which then I believed could come into my life. Like, I can believe that someone could buy me a lip gloss. It's harder for me to believe, that someone's gonna hand me a Ferrari, because it's kind of against my thinking. I'm not gonna think, who's just gonna hand around to buy Ferraris. And also another thing about attracting what you want with the law of attraction is putting too much limitations on how it gets to you, and in what form. So a lot of things you may be wanting to say, this, okay, let's bring it down instead of 5 mil, let's maybe just put it at $100, just to think it a bit more in just an everyday life situation. You want $100, and you say, universe, I would love an extra $100. And it's great to just leave it at that and say, look, I'm open for it to come in. But what we do is often say, like, I want $100 from this or from that, and you give it a very specific situation that it has to come into your life through that avenue, when in reality you've just closed off all other lanes, that this $100 can come into your life. So you might have said, I want to win $100 on the scratchies. Whereas the universe was like, oh, so close, had $100 for you, but thought you could get a bonus at work, or thought your mum could give you this amazing gift. But it could have come through this other avenue, but you've just closed that up because you're like, nah, come on through scratchy, and you're there being like, where's this $100? Come on, law of attraction. And it's not going to happen because it's not maybe meant to come through that way. It might happen in the future, but that could be quite a few years down the track, or just might not happen through there. And so that's another big thing I think people need to just be aware of, is how it is coming to you, and how you put it out to the universe. You're not blocking off avenues of where it could come. So what I usually say is, if I'm looking for something, I don't put a limitation, of exactly how it's going to come. I don't sort of put it directly into this nice little package, because through that I've just limited it ridiculously. So, I mean, it's not saying you don't want to put on what you desire in it, and the universe knows what you're feeling too. So it's going to sort of pick that up a little bit when it's producing whatever you would like. And this also isn't to sound like greedy or anything. This is just working with love, and gratitude to just with the universe. It's a universal law, and it works really well when you're coming from a space of love as well. I find that if you're doing it out of fear, isn't that great. I mean, it's never that great to do anything out of fear anyway. But law of attraction doesn't work as well, I find, especially if you're wanting something that's positive, and you're coming from more of a angry or scared or frustrated place. Especially as an example, using the money example again, being like, oh, like, I've got so many bills, I've got to pay this. Like, please, universe, like, I need this help. I need it. Like, why aren't you supporting me? I just need support. Like, the universe is like, whoa, crazy. No, I won't do that. But at the same time, you've kind of got this negative energy, but you want something that's really high energy. They're still missing each other. It's the other radio situation again. So finding, what I personally find is, especially if I'm wanting something a little bit bigger than my lip gloss, then I would sort of try to figure out if it's maybe not coming, or if I am wanting something, have a quick search of what is my belief around this to come to me. So, if I am wanting a new job, I'll think, okay, what am I thinking about work? What's my thoughts? What am I thinking every day? What am I wanting? And putting a bit of a game plan together of, what do I want? But not too limiting. It's just, I don't want a job that I have to travel all the time and, work 40 hours a week. So I can be like, okay, I don't want that. So I want something more that's maybe local to home. You want something that you're passionate about. You wouldn't I don't have to be like, okay, I want this job in this street with this salary and this and this and this and this, and then you're just a bit demanding. But it also then you put a lot of limitations on it, which then narrows it very, very specifically down to one little thing, and then the universe then it's not saying no, it always says yes, but it just says now you got to wait because that was very specific, and I have to go find that and make that available too. So yeah, that's a bit of about the law of attraction. But I just wanted to let you know it does work. It's all about sort of tuning in and finding what your beliefs are and if they work well with the what you're trying to attract. So if there is negative situations or if you're having these negative beliefs, it's obviously you don't really want them anyway because they'll be part of the reason that you're in that situation to begin with. So you want to try to clear them out, which you can do yourself. You can get other people to help you clear them out. There's professionals that help, help to release and get rid of your negative thought patterns. So you can try and list some help, and you can do these things yourself. And it is just trying to focus on that positive, because when you're at the positive energy, you're going to match the positive energy, and they're going to be like, yes, mesh, and they'll come together and they'll come to you. So yeah, hopefully this was a bit helpful, and hopefully you can hear me. It's a little bit windy here today. It's actually 1,000,000,000 degrees in Melbourne today, so yeah. Okay, well, hopefully this has been helpful, and hoping you all have a brilliant day. Thanks, guys.